Yes, people, welcome back to another episode of In Conversation with Rudy Samuel. Today's episode is the epitome of why I do what I do. I love telling stories, and this specific story at hand is such an amazing story. I mean, during the course of the year, people were struggling to find themselves, find their feet, but this person, guys, you know what, let me not take too much of her time because she's going to tell us everything about her. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further delay, I've got Eunice Amese. Shout out.
Hi.
How you
hi,
doing?
Hi, hi.
Thank
I'm
you so
good,
much.
thanks.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
good.
We got to do that because of, first of all, since I've done this thing post-lockdown, I always asked, how has lockdown been for you, blah, blah, blah. But I know it's been great for you. So I'm going to ask you, how are you? How's everything? How's your family? How's things?
I'm good. Good, just busy.
Woo!
I'm tired. But yeah, everyone's fine. My family is fine by the grace of God, honestly. Yeah. I can't complain at all. I can't.
So I was just telling the people that your story is so inspiring. Mm-hmm. So let's go to the beginning because I'm pretty sure they want to know what's going on. So Eunice, founder, owner, whatever of Braidednicely. How did you get to Braidednicely? I want to know from the beginning, Lovisa Hair Salon until Braidednicely.
So I used to do hair in high school.
Yeah.
I used to do hair in high school on myself. Like my mom was a stay-at-home mom. She used to do our hair a lot. She never taught me how to do hair, but I just got intrigued at it. I liked braids. I liked straight backs. So I would sit and just watch and learn from her. And then this one time, she told us she's going to work. She's going to start working. That was when I got to grade 8. And I'm not a fan of salons because I just always felt like every time we would go there and you need to have a certain hairstyle on, it wouldn't be exactly the same. So I was like, you know what, let me take it into my hands and just plait my own hair. I tried the first time and it was, not bad, but like it could stay on my hair for like a few weeks, a few days. And then from then on, I just kept on practicing, doing braids on my hair, learning on my sisters as well. When I got to high school, we weren't allowed to do braids at all, but I got in trouble like quite a bit because I would like do my own braids. And then, from then on, I would just get like compliments at church, compliments from close friends, like, your braids are really nice, where did you do them? I'm like, no, I did them at home. After high school, I proceeded to work in a salon for like the December holidays, but like it was just not for me. I just felt like doing hair.
I stop you there. Why wasn't it for you? Because now you have your own stuff going on. What did you learn from the salon that you said, I'll never take into my own sort of work?
The time, like it consumed most of my time. And with salons, I got a basic salary, so it doesn't matter how many heads you've done. You don't get a commission. You don't get a commission at all. You do 50 heads a day, 10 heads, you get the same salary. So for me, that number one was just a no for me. And plus, like, the person I used to work with was like really hard. They weren't patient. As much as I felt like I was good, they expected more from me. And I was just like, please, like, be patient with me, you can't expect me to do everything for you, So I just left, and I just felt like doing hair for me is nice. I like it. Like, for other people, it's too much. I just felt like it was just too much. And I was like, no. Besides, beauty was just not my thing at all.
Serious?
No, not at all. Like, I was really simple, really chilled. The only thing I liked getting done, like, was my hair. Not, like, makeup and, like, dresses. That was just not my thing.
All right. Then you went to Lovisa, you went into retail.
Yeah.
I was in retail for 3 days and I left. I was like, this is not for me. So how was that experience?
Retail is hard. Like, it's not easy. The hours are not easy. The standing. Like, I think because people think it's a jewelry store, all you just do is sell jewelry, you stand, you help people. Like, it's a lot. Putting up jewelry every day, helping customers every day. You can't sit down, you have to stand. It's a lot. But you had to be presentable, so your hair had to be done. Your makeup had to be on fleek. You had to dress. I'm like a sneaker jean kind of person, but I had to like bring the dresses on. So I kind of like evolved in a way from like being not really tomboy, but being like really simple jeans, t-shirts to dresses, heels.
Extra.
Exactly. So then I think from there, that's when like the whole hair thing started, because I got most of my customers who come to the shop would be like, your hair, who did your hair? And I'd be like, they'd be like, no, please come through. Can you do my hair? That's when I learned how to do the locks. When I was working in Lovisa, I saw the locks and I was like, let me learn. And then YouTube came in.
Yeah, because you said that was 2018, so that craze, that trend of locks started, which is kind of your core business
Yeah.
today. So you told me that you go to YouTube University. Tell me the importance of YouTube. I mean, people think it's a joke, but we here doing the thing. What did YouTube do for you?
Guys, if there's something that you can learn how to do, just learn how to do it. When I started braiding, like I said, I saw from my mom. She wasn't perfect, but she was good enough. And I was like, okay, if she can plait basic braids the way she does, I can find even more styles on YouTube. So I just started Googling, searching on YouTube, like watching videos, learning how to do this and that, learning how to do versatile braids, not just box braids, your Senegalese twist, your locks and stuff like that. So yeah, and plus it helps with the practice as well. Beauty is like, it evolves all the time. You learn new hairstyles every single day. New techniques are coming up, new hair pieces are coming up. You know, we see pictures and stuff on Instagram, on Facebook. YouTube is there. People post videos like crazy. You can just learn from there.
Shout out. See, guys, don't be lazy. If you want something in life,
Exactly. You need to go and look for it. People, you can't get the knowledge I've learned. I couldn't even get it in the salon I was working. Most of the stuff I know now is from YouTube.
Okay, now I want to fast forward a bit. But before we go there, I want to ask, hair. Why is hair such a sensitive issue in our community? As black people, people of color, why is it such a sensitive topic? I want you to elaborate.
I think our hair pretty much speaks for us, especially as black people, you know. A lot of times we've had arguments a lot where I was working even in school about this whole weaves and braids type of things. And it's so amazing that now we're just going back to our roots and embracing our hair. I won't lie and say that I've liked my natural hair since high school. I know, especially for me because I've got like white hair. So it really was an issue. So it's just amazing how like now we're all embracing like our natural hair and we're all loving it. Our hair speaks for ourselves basically. You cannot have the makeup on, but if your hair is beautiful, like automatically you just glow. So
yeah, that's nice. So now, braided nicely. What is braided nicely? How is it putting food on the table for you and your loved ones?
Braided Nicely is my salon. We specialize in locks and braids, but we're looking to branch out. So when I started this during the lockdown in May. What made me start it was my job was compromised actually at Lovisa because I work part-time. So they were telling us like we might not come back, we might not have the days that we used to. So because I got a lot of clients from Lovisa and stuff, and because I think when we got to level 4, some people were going back to work. So they would be like, Eunice, please just come through, do my braids. And it was like winter time. So, you know, a lot of girls like doing braids during winter time. So it's like, okay, it's fine. I'll come through. You can come through. We'll do the hair and stuff like that. And then, you know, there was this whole creating content on Instagram and whatever. So it's like, let me just follow and let me just see. I don't want to be an influencer, stuff like that. So it's just like, let me just jump the wagon and do hair. So I came up with the name Braided Nicely. We had so many different names and Braided Nicely just came along.
What was it about Braided Nicely?
I wanted to incorporate my own name and I felt like Eunice was too long. So I had Braids by Eunice, Braids by Nice. And I was just like, no, man, like I just wanted to be like simple, touching, but simple. Yeah. And then, I don't know, Braided Nicely just came out of nowhere. At first I was just like, But then I was just like, you know what, let me just go with it. And everyone loved it. They were like,
it's an amazing name.
It's an amazing name. They were like, we've never heard, like you wouldn't even think of such, you know. So yeah, that's how it came up. And yeah, I posted it on Instagram. I told all my friends that I'm starting a new hair salon, mobile hair salon, because I hadn't found a stable place yet. Yeah. So we'll be doing house calls and stuff. And yeah, that's how we started on Instagram.
So when work told you you're not going to come back or you may not come back, I want to know what that made you feel like emotionally and mentally, because we suffered a lot, or most people did in lockdown mentally. So how did you recover? And then what was the spark that you needed to say, okay, I'm going so hard with Braided Nicely?
I was stressed, let me not lie, because there's only 2 of us at home that really work and bring food to the table. So when I knew my job was compromised, I knew that my sister couldn't take on the load herself. So I needed to do something. Yeah. And then, I just told God, I'm like, it's either this works or I don't know. Because honestly, at the same time, I wasn't like happy not happy at Lovisa, but like even when I knew like we would go back, you know, the levels would go down, I was just like, do I really want to go back to Lovisa and work part-time? You know, because also then I missed a lot of opportunities to be promoted in Lovisa, and I was like, do I want to go back and be in the same position? So it's like, I really need to push this one. And then when we got to level 3, I think, that's when the jewelry stores opened, but I wasn't called back to work. My sister wasn't called back to work because she works in a restaurant.
Yeah.
So I was the only one, and I was like, I need to push this. I'm the only one literally working now with the hair thing, so yeah, I need to push this. That's when I approached a model. I was like, you know what, let me just approach someone and just see if I can get these customers.
Yeah.
I approached a model and I was like, let me do your hair for free.
I like that.
Just
one, for
so,
free.
yes, just so that I could get clientele, just so that people could see the hair and I would attract more customers. And then, yeah, she was like, I'm up for it. I've seen your work, because she's a friend of a friend.
Yeah.
So I sent pictures and she's like, I've seen your work, so come through. And
So now
she
I want
posted
you
it. That was
to
the end
then
of it.
tell the people the achievements that you've achieved in like how many, 4, 5, 6 months?
From September, yeah, we managed to get fully booked for October, November, December, January and February. So
Fully booked for what? Locks, braids, all
for
of
locks and braids. Yeah, and we've got customers almost every single day. And it's better now because now we're able to fit in 2 customers a day. Yeah, from December we're fitting almost 2 customers a day.
Tell them how many heads you do a week. Yeah, girl. And we're here to elevate the people.
That's about 10 heads a week.
You said 7 off camera.
I mean, that was 7 before. From like next month, since it's going to be 2 customers. Yeah, so about 10, because like 2, almost like 5, 6 days a week. Yeah.
When do you rest? Because you know the hands need a rest.
You know, when you get used to this, you know, you get tired, but you know, when you get up, you're just like, you know, let me just sit down a bit. I'm fine. I'll be fine. But yeah, I do have those days off just to rest, because it does become a lot. Hey, you need to rest. Standing up for like 6, 7 hours straight just to like wrap, it's not easy. You need to take time to rest. So yeah, I do have those days.
So you said we. Who's the team?
It's me and my sisters, my 2 sisters, Grace and Sephora.
Obviously, you're the captain. So have you trained them to get on your level of speed?
Yes, I've trained them. They know how to do it, but the level of speed is getting there, you know?
So what if a customer walks in and says, I want Eunice only to do my hair? What do you say?
If I don't have a client, I'm like, okay, sure. But if they trust me, then they can trust my sisters. They're good as well, you know? So yeah, they wouldn't be part of the team if I didn't feel like they would be as good as me. So
now from a business point of view, how do you become or keep on being sustainable? What do you buy? Where do you buy? Because you just said that there's always a new hairpiece, there's always a new style.
Yeah.
How do you keep above the game, if that makes sense?
Doing your research, I think, Another thing is we don't have the same hair and stuff like they do in the States. So the best thing you can always do is improvise. I've seen people try and do the locks and be like, I can't get the hairpiece, so I left it. We can use what we have. Just try and find the best thing that works for you and keep practicing and keep learning, I guess. Yeah, and I guess, like, get your stuff in advance, as well. Like, prepare before, you know? Yeah.
So what's the procedure? Let's say my sister comes and says, hi, Eunice, I want you to do my hair. What's the procedure? What are you going to say?
You'll have to book, so I'll let you know my available days, and then we agree on a certain one. And
so
then
only in Feb, then?
Yeah, only in Feb.
It's nice to be you.
Unless someone cancels or like moves their appointment, then I can try and squeeze you in.
There's a waiting list.
Yeah, there's a waiting list. So, but you know, also the thing with the waiting list is some people aren't available. So they'll be on the list and I'll be like, hey, there's a day tomorrow. And they're like, oh, I can't make it. So sometimes I just do a first come, first serve basis. I'll like post it on my page or something, and the first person to reply gets it, you know? Yeah.
Okay, so then going back to the procedure.
And then,
Eunice,
I'm
so Renal, I want to do my locks by Braided Nicely.
Yeah, so I let you know my available days, and then we agree on a date. You pay your booking fee, and then yes, because you know people cancel, and like I can't afford, you know.
Woo.
So yeah, you pay for your booking fee to secure your date, and then that's it. You let me know the hairstyle you want to do, the colors, and I prepare for it already, and then yeah.
Do I bring my own hairpiece? Or
No, the prices include the hairpiece. Yeah, so you don't have to worry about that. You just bring yourself.
Yeah. So from what I've heard on the streets, you are a hustler. You have that hustler mentality. I want to know, what does it mean for you to be a hustler?
It means just going out there, pushing yourself. Yeah, and believing in yourself as well. If you're just pushing and you don't have the faith and belief, like nothing's really going to work. But if you push and you believe and you just work hard, guys, your work will speak for itself. Your work will really speak for itself.
Because, you know, and then also you had to grow up pretty fast at a young age. What sort of impact did that have on you? Like you sometimes say, yo, why me? Or do you just suck it up and say, you know what, I'm here now, might as well just go hard?
I guess because, you know, like we all, there's a life that we all want to live. And like, unfortunately, not all of us were given that life from childhood. And I think for me, that pushed me a lot. And plus I have a daughter as well.
Shout out, baby girl.
So I wanted to have a soft life. So I mean, please stop. So I need to push, you know, so that, you know, when she grows, I mean, she's grown, but when she gets older, she gets inspired as well, and she just, you know, works hard.
I think we're all inspired by you. I think so. So what keeps you going?
What keeps me going?
Soft life.
Not soft life, but inspiration. It's so nice when people just tell you, Eunice, you're doing a good job. Eunice, you're doing well for yourself, you know. And yeah, that stuff like that, you know, those small messages and small texts just keeps me going every day. Let me not even lie. It's nothing major. It's just those small things.
And what do you hope to achieve? I can say, because now you basically finished 2020. You finished it better than most of us. You knocked it out the park, my friend. You know. So now, after Feb,
we'll have a salon. Ooh. Maybe before that, but yeah, we need a salon, you know. And then, so like I said, I don't want Braided Nicely to just be centered around hair only. I want it to be a whole beauty thing.
Oh my gosh,
so
that's nice.
yeah, next year I'm planning to go to school, just learn everything else. So when you ladies come, you get your hair, you get your nails, you get your lashes, you get your massages, everything.
Jeez.
That.
But you're going back to school. Will you have time to be wrapping people's
Yeah, I'm gonna just have to manage my time properly, I guess, and then hopefully as well, I just get more people to work with, more people to teach how to do the hair, you know, not only for myself, but for themselves as well.
Yeah.
They could probably do something with it. That's what I always tell my sisters. I'm like, you're not just working for me. You can take this and do something of your own.
That's nice.
So
like that.
hopefully I can get more people to work with, so that I don't have to carry, you know, all of
when
this.
You become a boss woman. People are working for you. You just pay them commission and the money comes in. I'm here for it. Jeez. I want to know, what does it make you feel like when a lady walks out the place and she looks in the mirror and, oh my gosh,
yo, let me not lie.
What does that mean for you as a
It's the best feeling.
hairdresser?
I've worked in salons and I've seen people low-key not happy with their hair. And honestly, like, it breaks my heart because people pay and they spend their time there. So when like most of these ladies are just smiling and they're so happy, my heart is it's just beating. Like, my heart is just warm. Like, I'm just like, oh my gosh, guys, I did this and she's happy. There's just no complaints at all. And honestly, it just makes me feel great. Makes me feel so great.
I learned something about your character when I was doing my research on you. I asked one person that did her hair with you, and she told me that the first time you guys did it, it didn't work out. And then you offered her something in return for free to do it right. What makes you such a, how do I say this? Because we spoke as well, and you told me you did a couple of hits for free in the beginning.
Yeah.
Why? What type of, why? I can't explain the generosity, you know. Why? Where'd you get that from?
I don't even know what to say. Like, I guess, you know, like, I don't want any, apart from like bad vibes, I don't know what to say. Like, I just wanted her to be happy. I wanted her to be happy with the work. And I wanted one day when she wants to do her hair, she'll be like, there's Eunice. As much as things didn't work out in the beginning, but I know she keeps her word and she's willing to, you know, go the extra mile to make me feel like I didn't waste my time or waste my money at all.
Yeah.
So yeah, for me, that was just it. I didn't want it to go and be like, oh, Eunice did my hair and it wasn't great. I just wanted it to be happy. That's it. I was like, even if I have to like, you know, reimburse her, do her hair again, I just wanted to be happy with my service, I guess. Yeah.
And what was the worst pay or the worst person you found? No naming names. What happened with that experience?
Okay, the worst was when I did someone's hair and stuff went missing at their place. And
You're rough. I can only imagine.
yeah, I was accused, and that was when I started, hey, and they were like, you're gonna go on social media and we're gonna blow you off, only to find out that someone else who was at the house took those things.
At least your name was clear.
Yeah, my name. So I guess that was like the worst experience for me because I was so stressed. And like she's like an influencer, so you can imagine if she had to like post that stuff.
And what was the best? Because you know when you're doing hair, conversations flow. What was the best story or the best advice you've ever had that you can share with the people?
The best advice is just to be humble. I guess be humble.
Like a lot.
Yeah, be humble in your work. Thank you. Be humble in your work and just keep pushing. And that's when they said to me, your work speaks for itself. And I've always used that ever since. And she's like, I've never seen locks like this ever. So if you just keep doing it and you keep posting it and you just keep humble, don't be like, I do the best locks, everyone's going to see. If you're just humble with your work and you just, you know, your work is just going to speak for itself. And I've taken that ever since. Yeah. And she was a celeb, so.
Shout out.
I expected her to be like, no, Eunice, like, you got this, you know, no one can tell you anything. But she was just like, be humble. Your work will speak for itself.
Yeah. You know, I wish you everything of the very best that God has to offer for you and your family and your daughter. And may you be booked until next year this time. And may the salon just grow and grow. And I just wish you just nothing but the best. I love stories, and when I got this at 1 a.m. that night, do you remember? I was like, I've got to run on this because people need to know that this is what happens in life. You know, it's been a difficult year. It's been a difficult moment for all of us, you know. So when we hear things like this, it's like, oh, there's hope. Before I get emotional, I'm going to stop right here. I want to thank you guys for watching. I want to thank you guys for your love and your support. Please, if you want to do your hair and you're in Johannesburg and you like locks or braids, all her details will be in the description down below. Shout out to Leonie for being behind the camera, and shout out to Eunice. I am Rudy Samuel, and I'm signing out.